Hi, my name is Frank, and I live in Gaithersburg, Maryland. I have not been a participant yet of the Sandy Spring Museum music jams, but a very dear friend and bandmate from a long while ago, Jane Long, is a participant, and Jane's been telling me about these gatherings and about the wonderful people, talented musicians, and great time that you guys have. So it was on my to-do list for 2020 to start coming out, and I was for sure coming to the March gathering, and with coronavirus, well, we know what happened there. But Jane forwarded me Bruce's email about doing virtual jams using videos. I've never done a YouTube video before, so this is a first for me too. So let's see how it goes. One of the songs I had considered doing when I did come out is a song I've been doing since back in the late 60s, early 70s, that I learned on this album by the Byrds called Sweetheart of the Rodeo. And the song is called You Don't Miss Your Water, credited to a W. Bell. And I liked it because it's got a great tagline in it, you don't miss your water till your well runs dry, about taking things for granted, something that phrase that I've used from time to time in my own life, and thinking about it at the moment is kind of apropos to our collective situation, taking things for granted. One could maybe update that to something like, you don't miss your fill in the blank until there's no more at the store. So anyway, it's a fairly straightforward song. I play it in the key of C, and there are 4 chords to it. It's just C, an A minor, an F, and an occasional G. And I do a little run coming up into the C chord at the beginning of each verse. On the 4th string, it's an E, F, and an F sharp. And there are no choruses to it, it's just verses. I'm going to sing 2 verses, and then there's an open verse where in the future, when we finally do get together in person, I can hear a mandolin, I can hear a banjo, I can hear a mandolin and a banjo together. And then I'll do one final verse, and that'll be the song. So here we go. You Don't Miss Your Water. dry. Okay, so there it is. You don't miss your water till your well runs dry. I did want to say a little bit more about this song. When I was thinking about doing it, I thought it would be interesting to learn a little bit more about the history of the song. And so back in January, I did a little Googling on it, You Don't Miss Your Water, W. Bell, and thought I was going to find out sort of a standard country bluegrass song written in the early part of the 20th century, but what I found out was quite different and pleasantly surprisingly so. It turns out that one of the first hits that I got when I did the Googling was to a YouTube video from 2014 of a White House performance of You Don't Miss Your Water by William Bell, W. Bell, the writer of the song. And so I watched that, and President Barack Obama and his family and lots of people there. And it was not a country bluegrass performance. It was a rhythm and blues performance. And it turns out that William Bell wrote this song back in around 1960-61. I recorded it originally as a rhythm and blues song, and it was even covered subsequently in the mid-60s by Otis Redding as a soul song. And the performance at the White House is just absolutely fantastic. The band playing with them is superb. It has the likes of Booker T. Jones from Booker T. and the MGs. So I'll include a link to that video, and highly recommend watching that. Anyway, so here I've been playing this song for half a century, thinking it was a country and western song, and found out that no, it was a rhythm and blues song that was adapted to country and western by the Byrds, and sort of reminded me again that musical genres are an artificial construct, and a fine song is a fine song is a fine song. So sort of remembering what the great jazz musician Duke Ellington used to say, quoted as saying, if it sounds good and it feels good, it is good. So I'll leave it at that. I look forward to meeting and playing music that sounds good and feels good with all of you before too long. In the meantime, be well, stay safe, and play music.